Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're going to do your week ahead reading for you, okay? I'm going to push this out just a little bit so you can see the top of my head properly because you can't quite see it. Alright, not that you need to see the top of my head, but I always feel like my head's been chopped off, like, if I don't, you know. Anyway, how are you guys? Hope you're well. You've got your month ahead reading on the channel, so you can check that out. We're going to do week ahead reading for Scorpio, week commencing the 4th until the 11th of March 2019. And we're going to use two decks, Rider Tarot miniature deck, 5 cards, and we're going to get advice for the week for the Celtic Tarot. And when I say advice, it's what the universe just wants you to kind of focus on this week, alright? Alright, so Universe Spirit, can you show me what is the messages you have for Scorpio over the next 5 days? Just give me messages for Scorpio in 5 cards. What are the messages that you have for Scorpio over the next 5 days? What are the messages that you have for Scorpio, Sun and Rising signs over the next 5 days? Show me. Alright, so let's have a look. Okay. I mean, you do have kind of a bit of conflict here with the 5 of Swords. This is also the card that references hurt. Yeah, okay. And the 3 of Swords. Alright. Okay, you do have that 5 of Swords and 3 of Swords. They're not my most favourite combinations, I won't lie. Could be some setbacks with the 5 of Swords energy, because the 5 of Swords is a setback because he's casting out. There's 2 people here being cast out by 1. Alright, so this is somebody who's gaining the upper hand. 3 of Swords energy as well. If you want to look at this more positively though, it might be that you're casting something out yourself. Maybe with the 3 of Swords energy, you're opening up to something. 3 of Swords is all about opening up the heart, and this can be about casting something out. So it might not be so bad. Let's have a look. No, I think it's good. Releasing yourself, actually, the Fool. I think this is good. I mean, even though, you know, 5 of Swords, 3 of Swords, tempted not to interpret those cards too greatly, and I'm going to get a clarifier on both of them. The Fool says that you're setting yourself free. You're focusing on new opportunities this week. Let's have a look at the next card. You're releasing something here. Let's have a look. Strength. Okay. Okay. So, finding strength in action, I think, this week, okay? I think that, you know, we've got a 7 of Swords energy. 7 of Swords is all about strategizing, okay? New plan of action will bring strength, all right? I do feel that this week, Scorpio, I mean, the key card for me so far is the 7 of Swords, because this is a new plan of action with the 7 of Swords energy. Also, this is wanting to be independent of strength, because, you know, the cards are multifaceted within tarot, which is why I read them a multitude of ways on these readings. Some of you guys are saying goodbye. You know, the Fool energy. Because the Fool represents to let go of baggage, and you are letting go of baggage. Okay, some of you guys, it might be that you have deceptive people around you or troublemakers with that 7 of Swords. You might be releasing this energy. You might be releasing the baggage that you carry off the 7 of Swords. People who are less than moralistic, as it were. And we do a double play on the words. If you're releasing yourself from kind of less than generous people, 7 of Swords energy, this suggests to me that you are removing yourself with the 7 of Swords from oppression with the Strength. Because the Strength card is all about, look, strength is about strength, and having the strength to, or harnessing strength, or having that inward confidence and starting to feel good about oneself and knowing that one can be in control of one's own destiny, blah, blah, blah. That's fair enough. But also strength does represent to feel oppressed, because this strength is oppressing the lion. And sometimes when you get the lion, the woman here being oppressing the lion, which is, this is strength, okay? And the lion is basically a metaphor for our own passion and our own desires, and sometimes our desires are curbed by others. And some of you guys are kind of with the Fool rushing out of these energies. You're kind of releasing yourself from this situation here. You might be releasing yourself from a deceptive individual here who wants to hold you back, because the Strength card is all about sometimes when people want to hold back our desires. We have a desire, because really strength is this person, but the true strength comes from the lion, because the lion is stronger. But somehow strength is able to sedate the lion. So when you do the cards, it's not always the way that it seems, you know. It's not always, don't always read because you think strength is just a really positive and the upright. It is a positive card, but sometimes it can mean suppression and being oppressed. I'm just telling it like it is. Sometimes when I do my readings, people are like, oh, why did you explain it? You're the most negative reader on you. It's just, I'm not negative. I'm just reading the cards in a variety of ways that they can be read. It's just as simple as that. There's nothing negative in it, you know. And some of you guys are releasing yourself. The Fool is releasing itself. When it's got its back turned and its hand to the back, it's saying, goodbye. That's what the Fool is doing. So the Fool is turning its back on the Seven of Swords and Strength. Some of you guys are turning your back on a couple of people. And it doesn't mean that you're walking out, especially if it's a work situation. It doesn't mean you're walking out of the job. It just means, you know what, actually, I'm not going to face this anymore. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. And I almost feel like, for some of you guys, there's a couple of ways that I'm going to... Because the first two cards are kind of grey, and the last three cards are kind of yellow, which is good. And I'm going to explain the first two cards in a different way, Scorpio, in two ways. I feel, number one, some of you guys are casting out some troublemakers here. Three of Swords can be troublemakers. These are liars and underhanded people. And the Five of Swords means to cast them out. So with the Five of Swords, it's a tricky card to interpret because we don't know who is who on the card. This could easily be interpreted in a really good way. It's about putting yourself first. So some of you guys are casting out troublemakers here. And you are. So if you're dealing with troublemakers on a weekly basis, Scorpio, with the Five of Swords, you will be casting out. Remember what he's doing with the two people. He's casting them out. And the Three of Swords is the troublemaker. So you're casting out a bunch of troublemakers. This will be more than one person for some of you guys. Okay? You're saying goodbye. You've got your hand turned to this, the Five of Swords. People who are underhanded and try and oppress you. So the Seven of Swords is underhanded. This is an underhanded individual, and this is somebody who's trying to suppress you. So I actually feel for the week, Scorpio, we're going to read it like this. I actually feel that you're going to be casting out. I actually feel that in a way you're taking on a completely different perspective this week, Scorpio, in your work and just in generally in the people around you. I think that there's a completely different perspective that you guys are going to be taking on this week. Because not only are you casting out troublemakers, I see you as the Five of Swords casting out the troublemaker of the Three of Swords. All right, you're shrugging off all of the doubt and all of the kind of like difficulties that you've been experiencing. So I'm seeing you casting out a bunch of troublemakers here. You just can't be bothered anymore, I think, Scorpio. I think what will happen is you'll say, you know what, actually, speak to the hand because the face ain't listening, you know. I'm shrugging off, quite simply shrugging off those underhanded people who choose to try and oppress me with the strength energy. All right? So I feel that that's one thing that's happening, which is really good for you Scorpios this week. The other thing that I think is happening is that you are kind of focusing on a new direction with this Fool energy. You're seizing the day. You're seizing new opportunities with the Fool energy by strategizing. All right? So there's a strategy that's being put in place. There is an opportunity for you to look at kind of leaping into something new with the Fool energy. Fools mean things that are new. They're children. They're born. They're new. So this is a new opportunity for you to strategize and take control. All right? So for some of you guys, two ways I'm looking at this reading. Number one, you're casting out a bunch of troublemakers. Casting out Five of Swords, a bunch of troublemakers with the Three of Swords. Releasing yourself from underhanded people who would probably choose to try and suppress and oppress who you truly are. For some of you guys, Scorpio, again, we do have the troublemaker here. Some of you guys are experiencing a troublemaker. Five of Swords, abusive individual here who's causing some heartbreak and some sadness here. So it might be that you are facing abusive individuals who are causing heartbreak with the Three of Swords, but the message is still the same. You guys see this as an opportunity to start strategizing, putting a new plan of action into place in which you can gain control of the situation. So some of you guys might be focusing on getting a new job if this is a workplace thing. And some of you guys will say, actually, I'm dealing with a really abusive bastard here who's causing me a whole heap of problems with the Three of Swords. But you know what? What am I going to do about it? You know what? I am going to shrug this off with the Fool. And I'm going to look for a new way in which I can implement this new strategy in which I can take control of this person. The strength, this is you taking control of, this is you as strength, Scorpio, taking control of the lion. The lion is the Five of Swords person here. All right, this is the abuser who has strength. But you are finding a way. You're going to shrug this off, Scorpio. You will shrug this off. You are going to shrug off this energy because you are putting a new plan of action into place here with the Seven of Swords. You're using your nous, you're using your smarts, you're using your intelligence to implement a new plan of action on how you can not only gain control of the situation, but also clear it. Three of Swords is all about clearing. All right? So if you think of the Three of Swords as about clearing, what do you want to clear? You want to clear this person's strength, their hold over you. How can I resolve the situation? So you're going to find a way to resolve the situation as well this week, Scorpio. It's a very, very good week. Exceptional week, actually. All right, we're going to quickly do this again. Scorpios, this week, March 4th to the 11th, this is a very kind of... this is a reading to do with people and how we manage people and how we manage difficulties that we might face, whether it be with family members, friendships, or within the office or within whatever the work situation is. First of all, some of you guys are facing difficulties. You've got somebody who's a manipulator. They can be quite abusive. They can be quite rude. And they're causing you difficulties with the Three of Swords energy. However, I do see you guys shrugging this energy off. Okay, with the Fool energy. You are implementing a new plan of action on how you're going to take control of the situation with the Strength energy. So you're not going to allow this to bring you down. You're going to be working out a way on how you can kind of resolve the situation this week. For some of you guys, you're going to be casting out. Five of Swords is to cast out a bunch of troublemakers here. And you'll do that by simply ignoring them, the Fool energy. You'll do that by simply shrugging it off. Shrugging off underhanded people who would seek to have strength over you. And you will more than likely do that by implementing a new plan of action in which you can take control of the situation. It's a very, very good week. No matter how you want to look at those cards, Scorpio, it's an exceptional week for you guys. Really, really good, all right? You will find for some of you guys, Scorpio, by the end of the week, you're going to be feeling a hell of a lot better, and you're going to be feeling a hell of a lot more kind of like smarter and like you've achieved something. Like you've literally been able to finally, after all this time, resolve the situation. Let's have a quick look at what the advice is for you guys. What is the advice you have for Scorpio? What's the advice that you have for Scorpio for the week commencing 4th to the 11th of March? Show me. Four of Coins is the advice. So I feel with the Four of Coins energy, you need to kind of protect yourself with the Four of Coins energy showing here. The Ace of Wands can be... So you've got the Ace of Wands showing here, and the Ace of Wands is about passion. It's about growth. It can be about anger as well with the Ace of Wands energy. So I almost feel like, because this is the Four of Coins thing, the advice with the Four of Coins is all about there's a couple of things I'm thinking really. Number one, this is all about protecting yourself, but you're protecting yourself. What are you protecting yourself from? The secondary card should tell you what it is, the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands can be about being too impassioned or too angry. This could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius individual as well. So it might be you need to protect yourself from an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius individual. It might be that you need to protect yourself from getting too angry or too impassioned about a situation here concerning a person. And that might be where you need to, you know, shrug things off. Especially if people are being rude with the Five of Swords, putting you down with that Five of Swords and causing a lot of heartache and pain and tears with the Three of Swords energy. You need to shrug that off. Put in place a new plan of action in how you're going to take control of the situation. And that might be what's happening here with the advice. You need to kind of protect yourself from getting really angry, because the Ace of Wands represents a spark, and the spark with the Ace of Wands can be the spark of anger. So you need to protect yourself from getting angry this week, okay? You need to make sure that you don't allow people to allow you to blow up this week, okay, with these cards, all right? Also, the advice might be that new ideas, they have a lot of value attached to them, all right? So if you've got an idea to do something with the Ace of Wands energy, this might hold a lot of value with it. All right, because the Four of Coins is all about the value that we hold, you know, and the Ace of Wands, it might be an idea. Well, this could turn into a real money earner, I think, with these energy. All right, also, I think the advice is you need to save. Four of Coins is to save. You need to save your energy. Ace of Wands is energy. So save your energy. And this is what I think it's talking about with the cards as well. Because you've got this person here. Number one, you've got a person here that's probably a little bit abusive, and they're causing problems. Well, you need to cast this troublemaker out, all right? Because it's all about just shrugging it off, all right? Shrug off, you know, underhanded people who would seek to oppress you, all right? Shrug things off with that Fool energy. Put a new plan of action into place on how you're going to take control. All of those things this week, Scorpio, is going to help you. And the advice is save your energy. So by doing these little steps, you're going to be saving your energy. It could be you saving the energy of tears. with the Three of Swords, especially if there's somebody upsetting you. You need to save your energy this week, all right? And the way that you'll save it is by being clever, all right? You don't need to exert yourself this week or run yourself ragged or get yourself hyped up or worked up over an individual, a little idiot like that, the Five of Swords geezer, okay? You just need to be clever and smart about the situation. This week is a week for saving your energy. Don't allow yourself to become angry. You're playing straight into somebody's hands if that's what you do. All right, that is your week ahead reading, Scorpio. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.